Hi, I'm Catherine Mora. I'm a book coach and I work with coaches, speakers, and aspiring thought leaders to help them write beautiful books. This is Kat's Book Chat, and today's topic is how to challenge the beliefs that stop you from starting your book. Now, as you can probably imagine, as a book coach, I have people coming to me pretty much daily who want to write a book. Now, a lot of the time, someone will say, I want to write a book, but, and then it's followed by a whole bunch of reasons they've already told themselves they can't do it. So there's things like, I don't know where to start, I don't have everything I need, I'm not expert enough, I'm worried what people will think. What have I written down here? I don't have time, I can't narrow down my ideas, I'm just not ready. So there's a whole bunch of reasons that people give me for not being able to start their book. Now, I will say that I totally understand all of these concerns. It is overwhelming to know where to start because there's so much information out there on the internet. But realistically, you are not alone and you don't have to do this alone. There's information available to you, there's help available to you, so you don't need to be like wandering around in the dark, unsure what to do. So if you've got the potential to get help with all of that, what about the rest of those concerns? And to be honest, they're just fears. I heard this quote once that said, don't let fear drive your life. You can let it sit in the back seat and it's always going to be there, but let it be in the back and don't let it drive. Because if you let fear drive your life, you will never do anything of consequence. You'll never push yourself. You'll never do fantastic, great things, because those things normally lie on the other side of a little bit of fear and pushing through that fear. Sometimes it's a big fear, sometimes it's a small fear, but either way, it's usually fear that stops us from doing any number of wonderful things. So how do we challenge that? Look, there's a lot of different ways, and I've done a lot of self-development work, so it's not something that's easily going to be overcome in just a few minutes. But the fear is about playing small and keeping yourself small. It's worrying what other people are going to think. It's worrying you're not going to be good enough. But in the mentoring program that I'm in, the head mentor, which is Fabian Fredrickson, said to us, when you're doing something new, you either reach your goals or you learn something. So either way, you're winning, because even a failure will allow you to learn something and get better. And I tell you, when I had a business failure a few years ago, I put out a product that like a program that didn't really work, and I hadn't researched, and I thought I'd done all the research, and that it involved asking half a dozen people what they thought of the idea. But when I then worked with a mentor on starting this book coaching business, for a while there, I kept stopping myself from putting myself out there. And she said, it's funny, like your energy is really small. And she said, it's like you've seen all these other things in your life that didn't work out, and you're just waiting to add another failure to that list. It's like waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's like any minute now, this isn't going to work and everything's going to be a big disaster. And I think writing a book can be a bit like that. You put all this pressure on yourself for it to be amazing, and so you just don't want to start because you're afraid it's not going to be amazing. But the reality is nobody's going to see it until it's been edited. Well, at least I hope so. Don't put out a book that you haven't edited because it won't be amazing. But no one's going to see it until it's been edited. Hopefully, you're going to go and get a great book cover design. So it's going to look good, it's going to read well, it would have been well thought out, and no one's going to see it until it's ready for you to show them. You decide when it goes out. There does come a point where people get that sort of perfection paralysis where they won't put it out because they're worried that it's not ready yet. But I can tell you, you do get to the point where you just want to get it out there. And that's what, second editions are for. You get it all great, and then you get some new knowledge the next year, you update it, you put out a new edition. It's fine. You don't need to know everything before you start your book. So I think one of the other things that stops people is they don't want to tell people they're writing a book because they're secretly thinking they're not going to finish it. They're going to tell themselves all the reasons that it's not going to work, and it stops them from even starting. So don't be that person. Don't get attached to the outcome. Just fall in love with the process. And I tell you, that's a way to enjoy writing your book. Fall in love with writing. All the knowledge is inside you, and you just need to get it out. There are people who are waiting for the knowledge that you have delivered in the way that you will deliver it. So even if there's another book on the topic you want to write about, it doesn't matter. You just stay in your own lane, do your own thing. It's your words, it's your unique way of phrasing things, it's your unique take on the topic. And that makes you you, and then your readers can become your clients and your evangelists. So I encourage you not to scare yourself into not doing this book, because you don't want to wake up at 70 and say, damn, I wish I'd written that book. And I tell you, from my experience, I tend to regret the things that I haven't done much more than I regret the things that I've done. And I do not feel that you will ever regret writing a book. So I hope that's inspired you. I know it's only a little bit, but I hope it helps. You're welcome to reach out to me anytime to have a chat about your book idea. You can comment below, you can send me a DM, whatever it is, I'm happy to talk to you. We can brainstorm your book idea, and if it's the right move, I'll always be honest with you. And if you would like my 45-step book writing and publishing checklist, I'm going to drop a link to that below. You just need to tell me where to send it, and that might help you see that there is just a logical process to follow. And of course, I'm here to support you along the way if you'd like that as well. So until next time, I hope that helps, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.